make it to the 25.
And 10 at their own 24-yard line.
No hesitation. Don't try my patience. When I run for the safe words and there's nothing left, and I run to the bed until we all nothing but death. Yeah, footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gonna lie, no we don't ride. I can never switch like that in my life. Lost my
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Let's go. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Now it's Jackson. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now our first carry for Melvin Gordon. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
A gain of
16 yards, a first down.
First down, Broncos.
Let's go now. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Now Gordon. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
On second down now. It's Gordon. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
He's tackled at the 40.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now Gordon on first down. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 49-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Slings this deep for McLaurin. Oh, wide open, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain of 37.
10 at the 21-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
You ain't doing nothing, buddy. 56 to Mike. 56 is... Let's see what you got. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Street. I'm here all day.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
I'm feeling like real. I feel like a prince. I'm feeling myself. I'm loaded with bills. Cause I was a blessed with no one will fail. Don't know how it feels. I wanted to flex. They told me to chill. I'm making a flip. My life is a flip.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. All right, T, let's try. All right, T.
Change alert. Change alert.
Check 56.
Courage.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken from about the 12. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
Way to do it, brother. Way to come on. Way to come on.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own blitz coming, and down he goes. Chase Young. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Nothing our score after 1.
Which was Washington 6. Broncos nothing.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Montez Sweat in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. He's going to go for a big play. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown. the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. Jackson from the shotgun. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Pull together. 31's the right. Check. Break Check.
Flush to his right. They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson slings this deep from McLaurin. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
19. Broncos, nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And here's a quick throw to Hamler on the edge. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Brought down right at
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On play action, they'll throw. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Montez Sweat picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he fires one, but incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Washington football at the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you.
From the gun, Jackson. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Von Miller, he was the one getting in there, able to wreak his usual havoc. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Looking left side, he's got it, complete.
Jackson's pass.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
17 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And almost picked off.
Jackson.
I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Hamler. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
To K.J. Hamler.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Flushed out right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They're going to run. This is Gordon. They find some open field. There goes Melvin Gordon. 30. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Denver.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent...
And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 20, 10, touchdown, Washington. Matt Breida, his second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
For the extra point.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Gordon. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
In your face.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They run again with Breida. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, here's Breida. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
He's brought down.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Man, I got you. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. I'm going to come back to you.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Being chased out left. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Here's Breida. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6.
Here we go. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 4 down. Check.
Jackson now. And that will be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set.
Check. 31.
This is Gordon. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
83.
Not much there, only a yard.
You don't see too many pass-catching fullbacks nowadays, partner. In fact, you don't see too many fullbacks, period.
Good news, though, he does have decent hands, and we saw it right there on display. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
6-yard line. A gain of 4.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll set up a throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Call it a loss of 12 that time. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Denver. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Mustang 19.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He sets to fire deep. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the interception by the Washington defense leads to a touchdown. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
15. And the Broncos first.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield equally good.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The Broncos on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. He'll go up top here. It's caught inside the 25. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they'll get this down to the 10. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. On first down, it's Gordon. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Rolling to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Makes this Washington.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10
at their own 42. This is Breida. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin. 3rd down here.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
2nd down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Open man, he completes it to Judy.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
And the Broncos 1st down.
Let's bring it. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 10 more there and another 1st down.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be a second down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's Gordon. And he stopped immediately there.
Gordon on the carry.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
31's the mic. 18
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. His first career touchdown pass, and, you know, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Back to throw again. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. That'll be complete to Breida. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now Jackson on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 6 there on first.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Jackson. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Intended for number 16. Incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that.
It got his man complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And his kick here is good. And that'll put us within 3 scores as it becomes now a 23-point game. Well, this one provided some good drama down to the very end. That last kickoff return, for a moment thought he might break it, but in the end, they get the tackle and stop the drama.
You were starting to have more fun, weren't you?
Well, I was starting to stand up.
Yeah, you were into that one. Who knew